swatting around. Good morning. We are at the Tūtoko, T-U-T-U-K-O, Tūtoko River, close to Milford Sound. And we're hoping that the clouds break back over here and we get a little shot of the peaks in the background, but we'll see what happens. Right now, this looks great back this way. If that happens over here, it'll be awesome. Don't mind my swatting. The sandflies are kind of wild this morning. They're going for the eyeballs. So yeah, let's get to it and see what we can create. I just spun it around and did a quick little photo. Actually, if I want it to be better, I need to move that. So we're gonna go ahead and try a little vertical shot as well here. I like the trees. I might actually come back over this direction so that the trees are set against the hillside a little bit more. Right now, it's not so much, so I might come over here. I might actually get up. No, if I go that far over, this big boulder gets in my way, so yeah, I might come almost right here where we are right now. So you can see that tree right there. I like a little vertical shot of that, looking back up. It's really nice. And I just noticed if I come over here, there's actually a little waterfall way sort of in that area right there. So that might show up, we'll see. But I'm gonna play around with that real quick. There's some warm light that's being reflected back into the scene here and it looks really nice. Although I like this composition a little bit, it just, since there's no definition up in the clouds up here, it's just a big white empty space. So we're going to, I think maybe go horizontal and see how that looks. Which means cutting out the part of that tree. The composition I really wanted is downriver, sort of in the middle looking back up, but the water is a little bit higher than when I scouted and the rock's just a little more slippery, so I just didn't take that chance. I might, as I go back, I might try that, but we'll see. So I think I have a nice composition upriver figured out. I'm shooting from the side, looking back across the river, and there's some nice moss that'll be in the foreground. And from this angle, you can really see the blue in the river. So let's go check it out and see if it works. I'm gonna start with the vertical and see how that works out. I think framed up right here, but I gotta get the tripod set. It's okay. I'm not sure how I feel about this big boulder right here. It's pretty dark and heavy. I know I can lighten it a little bit in post, but yeah, let's see if we change that up just a little bit. I want a little bit there because the weight. Because we have a lot of the white water that's flowing through, and having a little bit there is nice. Let's try this one. Just gonna focus about 1/3 of the way in. I'm at F22, 1.5 seconds. Let's see, that's nice for the water. It's not burned out. A little bit there. It's nice, but I think I'm gonna move down a little bit. Wish I could keep this height and move forward 6 feet, but you know, it's if anyone has a ladder. I just thought before I go anywhere, I might as well do a horizontal. And the horizontal seems to kind of weigh it out a little bit. And it's nice, it gives a little more look back upriver a little bit, so yeah, let's play with that. Little spin of the polo. My foreground isn't really close. It's hard to call it a foreground, but it is there. But we're gonna do a couple different focus points. Let's try this composition. This is bringing in a little bit of the hillside, and we can see a little bit of the waterfall that's up right up above one of the trees, which is nice. You know what? Let's go. Let's bring this higher. That'll just help give a little more definition or a little more separation between these trees and that waterfall up there. Yeah, I like that. I thought these peaks were gonna get hit with sunlight this morning, but I was wrong. I was thinking about the evening time. So I may come back in the evening and check it out. We'll see. But this morning I think was absolutely beautiful. I was able to pull in that little waterfall that was up on the mountainside. And as the clouds started to actually thin out and move, we got some really interesting compositions with the mountains way off and up in the background. The exposure for down here in the valley versus the exposure for up on the mountainside with the clouds is a bit of a difference. I think I can pull that all together in one frame, but I went ahead and took a couple different exposures just in case, because I really liked it. We'll see how it all turns out. From where we first started downriver a little bit to this little spot right here, there was a bit of a difference, and I liked it, but there was something missing. So I actually climbed up on top of this big, huge boulder and took a bunch of different compositions from up there. For those of you that want to know the settings on my camera today, I'll show those settings for the images that are in the video. For the images that don't make the video, just to let you know, my shutter was ranging anywhere from 1/10 of a second down to 2 seconds today. All I had on was a polarizer. I didn't put on any other filters. My f-stop today ranged from f11 to f22. My ISO, I had from 50 to about 400, and then I did a couple handheld shots where obviously my shutter speed and the ISO were bumped up quite a bit. All right, what another beautiful location in New Zealand. Super lucky, super stoked to be here, and thank you all for watching. Appreciate it. We'll see you next time. Take care.